Hey, good morning, everybody. I said I was gonna do a video, and I'm probably gonna make this brief, but hopefully I make it informative and understandable. If you want to do the research, do it. Look into it. Don't just take my word for stuff, but definitely look into it. And I still have questions myself that I'm looking into, but I really feel compelled to do what I need to do in my best interest. And on Tuesday, for Taco Tuesday, I had fish tacos, which, wasn't really too bad at all. Anytime I do have fish, it's wildly caught, it's never farm raised, so I don't have that worry of having extra added things that I don't want in my meat. Um, I've made the decision that I'm gonna limit my dairy for now. I will eat fish occasionally, here and there. I'll still have honey. So sorry, vegans. Um, I will be mostly plant based though. That much I can say. I'm definitely going to extremely limit my meat intake and my dairy intake. Um, like right now in my The Miracle of Fasting, one of my books I'm actually reading about this morning was acidosis on acidic forming, foods when it comes to meat, when it comes to dairy, certain things like that. Um, that's one more reason for me to limit my dairy and my meat intake consumption. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick and tired of not feeling good. I'm sick and tired of feeling stiff, feeling sore. Just I'm feel I really feel I don't want to feel like garbage no more. And for me personally, plant-based is the way to go. And just after not entirely a week, but after, tying up some loose ends with some meat product that I still have, I guess I could give it away, but I'm really not one to waste money. But I'm finishing that, and I've started to notice a bit of a difference in the last couple of days. My stiffness and soreness has come back. My back, where I had my old injury, my lower lumbar, has like it was there a couple days ago before I even went off of my no meat for the month of January, and like it was there slightly because I overexerted myself, but going back to meat, it's almost like if it magnified the pain a little bit more to where I was barely able to feel anything. And all this time, just with eating dairy, eating meat, that was the norm to me. That just felt normal. To feel like garbage felt normal. And it's not normal. To feel like garbage, to feel sluggish, to not feel good, that's not normal. And I may have mentioned in my previous videos when I was talking to my wife during the middle of the month of January, after I had started detoxing and coming out of the detox stage with meat, there was one particular day I didn't feel as energetic. I just felt so tired. That was my body detoxing. And I told her after all that was over with, said and done, I go, man, I feel really good. I told her I felt so good that if at all possible. I told her I feel as good as what I did in my early 20s, if not a little bit better, like in high school. That's how good my body felt. I just felt energetic. It felt like I found the fountain of youth, and it's there in the produce aisle. That's what it seems like. Um, Giving up meat may not be for you. I mean, you may be on the carnivore diet. And from what I understand, from what I read, yeah, that's going to work in the short term. But in the long term, a high protein diet's not a good thing. When it comes to plants, that's a different thing with protein. Yes, I get my protein from plants. I don't take a supplement, not yet, but I do take nutritional yeast that has B12 in it. Like I said, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not even a nutritionist, but I read quite a bit. And plus, I listen to my body. I listen to what it's telling me. And for the longest time, for 30 plus, 40 plus, well, no, not plus. 40 plus a couple, quite a few weeks here and there, I didn't really pay much attention to how I felt. And diet, meal planning, lifestyle change, that seems like it's everything. And if you don't pay attention to your body, you're in trouble. Saturated fat when it comes to animal product, dairy, meat, I believe I'm willing to give up as long as I can feel good. I don't want to go the rest of my life feeling like crud. That's just me. Like I said, am I that person to force it on anybody? Absolutely not. Will I share the information? Yeah, I'll totally share information on my Facebook, Instagram, whatever. I definitely believe in spreading that knowledge. The Bible even says that we are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Could it apply to that too, by what we consume? Absolutely. There's other areas biblically that I'm not going to get into today. I may make a side video on that sometime about dietary guidelines that Father God set out that the majority of us probably don't follow. But aside from that, my plan is to limit my meat consumption and my dairy consumption. If I have beef, from now on, here on out, it's going to be grass-fed, no hormones. But that's going to be few and far and in between. Dairy, I'm going to limit that as well. I'm going to step myself down to where maybe one day I'll just be 100% plant-based. That may seem boring. That may seem not like a good idea. Where are you going to get your protein? I already explained that about protein. But saturated fats like meats, dairies, that creates acidosis, which it's inflammatory. Your joints will ache. I mean, with inflammation comes a whole host of diseases. With saturated fats, I mean, look it up yourself, do the research, or maybe I can even do a broader video about saturated fats. But like I said, I know how I feel, and I feel very good. I feel very energetic. Except for right now, I definitely feel a little sluggish, and I'm more than willing and ready to go back to mostly plant-based. And that's where I currently find myself at. With fish, I may have to worry about mercury. I don't know if I really have to worry about that when it comes to wild fish. But this is where I find myself. If I eat any meat, it'll mostly be fish for now. And I'm still going to consume honey. So that's where I find myself at, and I take no shame in my choices, and neither should you. If you have any questions, just ask me, and I'll do my best to answer. If you have any video requests, I'll do my best to do some research and actually sit down and do a video about certain things. This was just a spur of the moment video. But like I said, I want to be around as long as I possibly can for my family. You know, I'm not doing them any good by ending up in the hospital. I may not end up in the hospital right away, but after years and years of not taking care of myself, eventually it's going to take its toll later down the road with heart disease. Um, who knows what? Who knows what? I I don't want to let my dietary habits dictate my health. I'm done. I'm through. I'm definitely through. And like I said, longevity, that's a good thing, you know. The Lord said that man's days shall be 120 years old. So we have we have the capabilities of living to 120. But most people don't. You know, God also sets appointed times for us to meet him. But I, like I said, anytime I make videos, this is not only toward you, this is toward me. But I believe that I can take better care of my temple than what I have over the past 40 years. I want to, you know, Lord willing, I want the next half of my life, say I live to be 80, I want the next half of my life, the next 40 years, to be better than what the first 40 years were. So, alright guys, love ya. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye guys.